Hello again everybody, I'm Ed, and today I'm going to show you how to make your homemade stunt lightsaber blades, push buttons, and handle grips for your lightsabers. So let's get started first with making our lightsaber blades. To make your stunt lightsaber blade, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a 5/8 wooden dowel about 4 feet long. I prefer birch because it is strong and it is light. Polycarbonate tubing, 3/4 inch outer diameter with a 5/8 inner diameter. Some epoxy, I prefer 15 or 30 minutes, and orange fluorescent spray paint. So here's what we're going to do to get started. Your polycarbonate tubing here, you can see it's 3/4 inch outer diameter here with a 1/16 inch wall here. Now this is about 4 feet long, and we want to try and keep it for this length right now. What you want to do is take your 5/8 wooden dowel, and you're going to want to sand it down a bit just so it can fit inside of your polycarbonate tubing here. You want it to have it to slide in kind of easily, but with some snugness to it so that it will have some way to stay inside. Once it's able to go inside, pull it back out, and you're going to want to spray paint it fluorescent orange. Now my coat here is not that even, but it really wouldn't matter. So what you're going to do, you're going to want to glue this to the inside of your polycarbonate tubing. So what you're going to do is mix up some epoxy, which I have here, and you're going to pour it onto the inside of your polycarbonate tubing. I'm using 30-minute epoxy here so that it would not cure me too fast. Once the epoxy is inserted, take in my wooden dowel, and as I'm inserting it, I'm pushing all the epoxy through the shaft of my polycarbonate tube so that my wooden dowel will now be glued to the inside of my polycarbonate tubing. Okay, this went off pretty well. Now if you do experience some resistance in trying to get your wooden dowel to the inside of your polycarbonate tube, take a hammer and just hit the back end of your dowel lightly so that you can push your wooden dowel into your tubing here. So we're going to set this aside for now, and we're going to let this cure. Now that the epoxy has cured inside of our blade, cut it to the length desired. If you are using 1-inch PVC pipe, to make your sabers in any way or form, you're going to want the blade to fit inside of your 1-inch PVC pipe. The best solution to do that is to take 3/4 inch PVC pipe and glue your stunt lightsaber blade to the inside of your 3/4 inch pipe here. Now, depending on the saber, this here is about 4 inches long. I pour glue to the inside of my PVC pipe here, and I took my stunt blade here and I pushed it in all the way up to about 1 inch away from the bottom of the PVC pipe. Now the glue is obviously going to overflow to the top here. You want that so that the glue could adhere into the PVC pipe. You may also want to sand the bottom part of your polycarbonate tubing so that it does adhere better. Let the glue cure. Once cured, you're going to notice that the 3/4 inch PVC pipe will not fit inside 1-inch PVC pipe. So what you're going to have to do is take a sanding device like your Dremel tool or disc belt sander, and you're going to want to start shaving away the outside wall here of your 3/4 inch pipe. Now what you want is a nice snug fit inside of your 1-inch PVC pipe so that the blade will not pop out. Now being that's only just one of the 2 blades for my double-bladed saber here, you see one end I could use it for display purposes with my plasma light, and the other side here I have with the dual-bowl homemade stunt lightsaber blade. It is fixed inside here, pretty snug, it won't even really move at all, so I'd say we have a dual-worthy blade here. To make homemade push-on push-off buttons here, I'm using lockup caps as my button here. Now these are just decorative pieces that you would normally find on light fixtures, but I'm using today as my activation switches. Now these will have no purpose other than just for looks. Now it'll serve as purpose here just to show as a button and also as a retaining screw here to hold in my lightsaber blades. Now you can see here this is my mock-up stunt lightsaber blade here inside of a 1-inch PVC pipe, and of course I can remove this as well, and it is fairly snug inside, so it really shouldn't have to come out at all. And again, I can just put this back in, tighten it up, and then it won't go anywhere. Now to make this up, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need lockup caps, as shown here, as they are designed. I mean, these you could pretty much get at your local hardware store in the electrical department, and they are fairly cheap, to buy. And you're also going to purchase 6/30 seconds by 1/2 inch flathead slotted machine screws. They don't have to be stainless steel, but this is all I could find for now. After you take out the lockup caps from the package, you're going to notice that they do have a threaded insert on the inside. This is where you're going to fill up your epoxy here. And you can tell by the lockup caps they do have a nice distinct shape here, so as decorative as they are for lights, they should make pretty good buttons for your sabers. Now, you're going to insert this 6/30 seconds by 1/2 inch screw here into the inside of your lockup cap. Now, before you do that, just take up some epoxy. It does not have to be 30-minute. You could use 5-minute or 7-minute and just pour some on the inside. You do not need that much. A little spill over here, but this is just for demonstration purposes only. Take your threaded screw here, your machine screw, center it the best as you can, and here you have a pre-made push button here for your lightsaber. Let the glue cure, and once cured you could spray it red. Now, to get this onto your lightsaber handle, you're going to want to take a 6/30 seconds tap and drill here, drill bit, and just drill out the inside, drill out your hole here for your saber so that you can screw your button onto your saber. And that does it for our button. To make the handle grips for your lightsaber blade, it's as easy as going to your vehicle and using windshield wiper blades. Now, here's what I have here. I have, from what I'm told or what I've read up online, going back years ago, that this is Plo Koon's lightsaber, and as you can tell, it's very nicely made. It's EMT construction on the outside with 1.25" PVC pipe. Inside is a sleeve, and I have 1-inch PVC side inside that to hold on my plasma light here. Now, this does work, does light up, it does show up very good, but I really can't duel with it unless I put in a stunt lightsaber blade. Now, to make your handle grip pattern here, here's what you're going to need to make it work. Remember, only do this in case if you have to replace your windshield wipers. Go to your vehicle and remove the wiper assembly or the rubber blade itself. Remove the wiper part of the blade along with the stem down to the holder of your windshield wiper blade. Keep the bottom end of where you're cutting off the stem as smooth as possible. If you have to, use a razor knife and retrim the bottom section so that it does remain smooth. And finally, I have secured my newly formed grips here to my lightsaber using 3M double-sided adhesive tape. Now, I got mine off of eBay because they are a thinner strip, and the ones you get from the hardware stores are just a little bit thicker. So spend a little time in research on eBay and see if you can find double-sided adhesive tape. So hopefully this information helps out everybody here, and I really hope that you do well in your project. So until then, may the Force be with you.